No!
This is fucking with me.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Watch Joe Get Lit, and today we're doing part 2 of Mysterious Disappearances, but this time it's solved cases. So today it is Friday, September 25th, and I will be moving to a new house. My family's moving, so I'm gonna have a bigger room, and I can't wait. On Monday, that is 3 days from now. It's gonna be lit. Anyways, I have a orientation tomorrow at Domino's. Well, technically tomorrow. It's pretty late on a Thursday night, so it's technically Friday. Also very late on a Thursday night. So technically it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days. If you look at the actual day, it's 3 days from now that I'll be moving. Anyways, I don't have much else to say, so let's just jump right into it. I'll be reading Solved Missing Persons cases from before 1900, from 1900 to 1949, from 1950 to 1979, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. And to make this video not too long, I'm going to be reading one from each time period. So I picked out the best ones that I found most interesting and the best. I'm going to be reading one from each. Let me turn my ringer off. Alright, so starting out before 1900. So the best one I found from before 1900 is in 1553. His name is Sir Hugh Willoughby, however you pronounce that. And here are the circumstances. Sir Hugh Willoughby, an English explorer, set sail from London on May 10th, 1553 to search for a sea route right around the north of Europe and Asia to China. His second in command was Richard Chancellor of Bristol, off the coast of Norway. The two men were separated by a storm. Willoughby's ship ended up stuck in ice off Lapland, and he and all of his crew died. Their frozen bodies were found the following year. So no, he was not found alive. He was found dead. He had frozen to death. And the time he spent missing or unconfirmed was 1 year. Crazy to think about, right? It's very interesting. Alright, next one. This time period is from 1900 to 1949, and the one I picked out for this one was in 1949. Joseph Mingle, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, age 38. Joseph Mingle was a German SS officer and physician in Auschwitz concentration camp. He fled to Argentina in 1949 to evade Allied authorities and took several false identities. His whereabouts became known in 1985 after the West German prosecutor's office received a tip. He drowned while swimming in 1979 and was buried under a false name in Brazil. Bro, that's crazy. So, no, he was not found alive. And he died by drowning. And it took 37 years of him being missing before he was found. Next one is 1950 to 1979, and the one I picked out from this one is 1957. Her name was Maria Ridolph, age 7. Maria Ridolph was an American girl who disappeared on December 3rd, 1957 from a street corner in her neighborhood in Sycamore, Illinois. Her body was found in Woodbine, 100 miles from her home, on April 26, 1958. 144 days missing before her body was discovered. She was murdered. She was not found alive. It was very sad, but crazy to think about. She just disappeared from a street corner. Like, what? Alright, next one is 1980s. And the one I picked out for this one was in 1980. His name was Michael Rosenblum, age 25. Rosenblum was last seen alive on February 14th, 1980, angrily driving his girlfriend's car away from a West Homestead, Pennsylvania gas station. It was found an hour later, abandoned and severely damaged along a road in nearby Baldwin, whose police department did not make public that it had the car for over 3 months. That and other circumstantial evidence suggesting that the Baldwin police knew more about Rosenblum's disappearance than they claimed, accumulated over the next several years and led to the police chief being fired and reinstated in 1987. A skull fragment found in 1992 in the woods near where the car was found was matched to Rosenblum. How he died is still unknown. Oh, that's crazy. So he was not found alive, he was found dead, right? And it's unknown how he died. Because, a skull fragment was found, it's crazy. So it was 12 years and 2 months time spent missing before they found that skull fragment. That's crazy. Okay, next one is 1990s, and the one I picked out from this one was in 1993. Her name was Holly Paranen, age 10. Holly Paranen, an American girl from Grafton, Massachusetts, disappeared on August 5th, 1993. She and her brother had been visiting their grandparents in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, when Holly was murdered. Paranen's remains were found by hunters in Brimfield on October 23rd, 1993. She was found dead, murdered, and it took 79 days before those hunters found her. That's crazy, man. That's just crazy. Next time period is 2000s, and the one I picked out from this time period was in the year 2000. Now, when this happened, I was only, I want to say, 9 months old, because I was born in 2000, but that was in March, and this happened the morning of December 16th, 2000. So the date was 2000. His name is Jerry Michael Williams, age 31. Williams, a successful property appraiser from Tallahassee, Florida, was last seen leaving his house to go duck hunting early in the morning of December 16th, 2000. It was assumed he had drowned accidentally after his car and abandoned boat were found at nearby Lake Seminole later in the weekend. However, a lengthy search failed to find his body, the only time a drowning victim's body has never been found in the lake. Investigators initially concluded his remains had been eaten by alligators in the lake. Williams was declared legally dead 6 months later. In 2004, a reopening of the case prompted by pressure from Williams' mother discredited the alligator theory and found other suspicious aspects of the case, suggesting the accident at the lake might have been staged and evidence planted. It was later investigated as a possible insurance fraud. In 2017, police announced his remains had been found. Listen to that. In 2017, this is 17 later after he disappeared. So in 2017, police announced his remains had been found and that he was the victim of a homicide, but gave no details. On May 8, 2018, 3 years ago, police arrested Williams' former wife, who had remarried after a 4-day trial in December of 2018. She was convicted of murder, conspiracy, and accessory after the fact. Found dead, murdered, 17 years before the case was solved. Crazy stuff, man. Next one is in 2010s. And the one I picked out for this one is interesting. I couldn't decide, so I actually gonna do two in the 2010s. This was a family. So this is in 2010, the McStay family. And the age, they say various because there's a whole family, So, it's crazy. Listen. So, Joseph McStay, 40. His wife, Summer, 43. And their sons, Gianni, age 4, and Joseph Jr., age 3, abruptly disappeared from their Fallbrook, California home under suspicious circumstances on February 4, 2010. Their bodies were found by a biker in the desert near Victorville, California on November 13, 2013. 1 year later, on November 7, 2014, police arrested Charles Chase Merritt, Joseph McStay's business partner, and charged him with the murders. They were found dead, murdered, and the time spent before this case was solved and they were found after missing and everything was 3 years and 9 months. Man, oh man, that is an insane story. Now the other one that I want to share from 2010 was in 2010 as well. Mackenzie Cowell, age 17. She was a high school student who went missing after last being seen leaving the beauty school she attended in Wenatchee, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, in Washington on February 9, 2010. She had told classmates she would be back in 15 minutes. Her body was found 4 days later on a riverbank. Wow. A beauty school classmate was charged in her death and pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Our classmate killed her. That's insane. She was found dead, murdered. 4 days. 4 days later. That's insane. The last solved mystery in 2020. Now, since 2020 is the year we're in right now, there's not that many. There's 2 here. So I'm going to read both. The first one, May 17th, 2020. Shad Gaspard, age 39. On May 17th, 2020, former WWE wrestler. He's a former WWE wrestler. That's crazy. Shad Gaspard and his 10-year-old son went swimming. Okay, hold on. Caleb, I know you're watching this. My friend Caleb, he's really into wrestling and WWE. I know you're going to like this one. That's crazy. Okay, so May 17th, 2020 of this year, Shad Gaspard, a former WWE wrestler, age 39, he and his 10-year-old son went swimming at the Marina del Rey beach in California. Both Gaspard and his son were caught in a rip current. Gaspard directed lifeguards to save his son first. His son was saved, but Gaspard had submerged underwater. Lifeguards at the beach, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the Los Angeles Fire Department were searching for Gaspard until 7:30 at night that evening, when the search was called off. 3 days later, on May 20th, 2020, Gaspard's body was found on the beach and identified by the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. He was found dead from drowning 3 days later. That's insane. Alright, the next one in 2020, next solved missing person case, was on July 8th of this year. Name, Naya Rivera, age 33. Naya Rivera, an American actress best known for her role in Glee. What? A Glee actor? Yo, that's crazy. I haven't seen Glee in a minute. She was declared missing after she went swimming with her son in Lake Piru, California on July 8, 2020 and never returned. She was declared presumed dead in a drowning incident the next day, and her body was recovered on July 13th, 5 days later. It is suspected that she and her son got caught in a current. She pushed her son onto their boat but could not get up herself. She was found dead, drowning, 5 days later. That's insane. And guess what, guys? That wraps it up for the video. Hope you liked those solved missing person cases. I kind of like reading these, so if you want more, comment down below and let me know. But as of right now, I'm not making any more of these. But let me know if you want more of these. And I'll see you guys next video. And let me just say, I'm going to be reacting to some more Instagram-ish. But this time, it's not scary facts. This time it's going to be conspiracy theories and blow your mind kind of things. Like, whoa. So I'll see you guys next video. Peace. Don't let overall man get you.